Everyone knows the legend of the Kraken, the monster that drags ships into the abyss. That myth was born from a real animal, the giant squid. At 45 feet long, it's longer than a school bus, a true phantom of the deep. But here's the twist that changes the story. The giant squid is not the ocean's largest. Lurking in the freezing darkness of the Antarctic is its colossal cousin, a squid built not for length, but for immense, shocking mass. It weighs over half a ton, making it the heaviest invertebrate on Earth. These two titans have never met. They evolved their monstrous size completely independently, on opposite ends of the planet. One is a sleek, speed-based hunter of the open ocean. The other is a thick-bodied, hook-armed tank of the abyssal plain. They are nature's ultimate experiment in building the same perfect predator twice. But what force drove evolution to create two different versions of a deep-sea giant? And what does their existence tell us about the extreme rules of life in the eternal dark? The answer reveals a hidden war happening miles beneath the waves, where the only witness is their common enemy, the sperm whale. This is the world's longest squid. It's called the giant squid, stretching up to 45 feet longer than a school bus. We all know it from Kraken legends and deep-sea monster tales. But here's what most people miss. The giant squid is not the largest squid in the world. Evolution engineered another. A squid that, while not as long, carries more than double the sheer mass. This creature is the colossal squid, and you might assume they're close relatives, but they are not. Not the same species, not the same genus, not even the same family. Their first shared taxonomic category is their order, Oegopsida, the group of open-ocean, deep-dwelling squids. Yet, these two are the only squids on Earth to have achieved such monumental size to truly earn the titles giant and colossal. Every other large squid is either long and lightweight or stout, and still maxing out around 150 pounds. What makes this even stranger is their complete separation. They live in entirely different parts of the global ocean and have never interacted. They don't even know the other exists. How did two independently enormous squid species evolve in total isolation? And what would it take for a third truly gigantic squid to emerge? Even though the average person might confuse them, to anyone who knows squids, these two are unmistakably different. And for some reason, that person is me. Interestingly, they do share a distant common ancestor, likely a primitive oegopsid squid from 60 to 100 million years ago, near the end of the Cretaceous, but we can't be certain because squids are terrible at leaving fossils. They're soft-bodied, boneless, and usually decompose completely within weeks. The one part that can fossilize is the beak, the only hard structure. If buried quickly, it can endure for millions of years, offering clues about ancient lineages. Sometime after the dinosaurs, that ancient lineage split. One branch led to the family Architeuthidea, which would eventually produce the giant squid. The other evolved into the family Cranchiidae, the glass squids, which includes the colossal squid. Crucially, they didn't inherit their size from a common giant ancestor. They each evolved gigantism independently, a textbook case of convergent evolution. That's when unrelated species develop similar traits by adapting to similar challenges or environments. They aren't copying each other. Nature is effectively creating the same solution twice. The rule seems to be, if it works, don't fix it. But you might ask, if it's convergent evolution, why are they so different? Colossals live exclusively in the frigid depths around Antarctica. Giant squids inhabit temperate oceans worldwide. Giant squids achieved size primarily through deep-sea gigantism, the trend toward larger bodies in high-pressure, low-light depths. Colossal squids, living even deeper, were influenced by that, but also by polar gigantism, where cold-water animals evolve larger sizes. So, is it still convergent evolution? Yes, but with nuance. They converged on the giant body plan, but their environments fine-tuned the details. And gigantism isn't just for creating mythical monsters. It solves serious problems. A larger body conserves energy more efficiently, stores oxygen for epic dives, regulates temperature in the cold, and, obviously, deters predators while turning the squid into an apex hunter. But their differing environments forged different forms. Look at their bodies. The giant squid is long and sleek, built for speed, averaging about 500 pounds. The colossal squid is a chunky tank, reaching up to 1,300 pounds, making it the heaviest invertebrate on Earth, bar none. Estimates suggest giant squids can jet propel at up to 25 miles per hour. Colossals, burdened with more mass, likely top out around 12 miles per hour. So why the divergence? In the open temperate oceans, prey is fast. The giant squid's strategy is stealth and explosive speed. Its long, aerodynamic body and tentacles tipped with suckers, ringed with tiny teeth, are perfect for snatching slippery fish and even other squids. In the Antarctic, energy is precious and prey is tough. The colossal squid's strategy is endurance and power. Its thick, muscular body retains heat and energy. It's more an ambush predator. Its tentacles are armed with rotating, swiveling hooks designed to latch onto powerful prey like the Antarctic toothfish and never let go. Their beaks, however, are a point of convergence. In the deep, where prey is armored and there's no seabed to pin it against, a squid needs a compact, devastating tool. The beak, made of hardened chitin stronger than bone, acts like a pair of shears, slicing through flesh and bone. A rasp-like tongue, the radula, then grinds the meal down. What if a giant squid wandered into Antarctic waters? Evolution doesn't work that fast. But even if it did, they'd likely never meet. Colossals dominate the abyssal zone, thousands of meters down, while giant squids typically haunt the shallower midnight zone. It's a bit sad. These two titan cousins will never know of each other's existence. Then again, they'd probably just try to eat each other. However, one creature is intimately aware of both: the sperm whale. It is the only predator large, strong, and deep. More giant squid varieties just mean more colossal meals. This highlights a potential downside of convergence. If you evolve the same successful form, you often inherit the same vulnerability. Here, it's the sperm whale, sparking an evolutionary arms race where squids grow larger and tougher, and whales evolve to dive deeper and longer. Convergent evolution isn't about making cool monsters or nature being lazy. It's proof that certain designs simply work. We see it everywhere. Sharks and dolphins both evolved torpedo shapes for speed. Bats and birds both evolved wings. Even Australia once had a marsupial wolf nearly identical to placental wolves. The specifics differ: gills versus lungs, skin wings versus feathered ones, sucker-lined tentacles versus hook-lined ones, but the core blueprint is validated by survival. So, what would it take for a third giant squid to evolve? The same conditions: a deep, dark, cold, high-pressure environment. And we might already see early contenders. The Dana octopus squid, robust and reaching 350 pounds, or the robust clubhook squid, stretching 13 feet, show inklings of gigantism. Throw a lineage of squids into the right deep-sea crucible for a few million years, and you might just get an immensely large squid or an absolutely huge squid. I'm not great with names. Lastly, I wanted to thank you all again for your incredible support. Please leave your feedback and suggestions for future topics in the comments. I read every one.